Yo, what's going on, guys? And welcome to the Victory Draft League draft analysis done by myself, the Old English Ice Cubes coach, and I've got Ted and Goomy here with me. Say hi, guys.
Hello.
Hello.
So yeah, they're the coaches of the. Ted is the Rochester's Scolding Volcanians, and Goomy, I can't bring myself to say your team name out loud. Say it yourself, man.
Yeah, I'm the coach of the Rolled Gold Pretzels.
Of course you are. Right. So the plan is for today, we're gonna go down the list of all the teams, all 24 teams in our draft, do a quick analysis on their drafts, what we think about them, and then at the end do a top 10. And then weekly we're going to be doing like match reviews as well as power rankings, right?
Yes, sir.
So let's just get straight into it with the first team, which is alphabetically on the website here that we're looking at, is the Atlanta Talon Flames, coached by Joe Carlino. What are your guys' thoughts on his draft? Let's start with you. Just go for it.
Yeah, I think he has a very good draft, especially his sweepers. I mean, Reggie Drago and Porygon Z are very, very scary.
Yeah, they're scary.
However, my big problem with his draft is really just the support. Like he's got Cottony, which is decent. He's got his Trick Room setter in Galarian Slowbro. But like other than that, it's really missing a lot of support.
It's the
And I
speed
think
control, isn't it?
yeah, and I think it's just way too top heavy.
Yeah,
So,
you can tell he wanted Whimsicott, but had to go with Cottony.
hmm
Yeah, I think he did miss a few picks, and he had late picks with like he got given Squirtle and Bulbasaur or something. That's like swap him out. But yeah, his team's pretty. It's full of like heavy hitters, like you say, but it's the synergy. I think. What have you got on him, Ted?
Um, yeah, it's about the same thing. That synergy is missing right there. And the Reggie Draco and Porygon Z, they're really good hard hitters.
Y-
It's just that support that he wanted that Whimsicott, instead he got that Cottony. You
Yeah,
know, Cottony, good mon, but not good enough to support his team as a whole.
yeah. I mean, we spoke a little bit in the chat about like the four things that like a VGC team needs, and that's like the trick room, fake out, tailwind, and like redirect. So looking at his team, he doesn't really have half of those, right? Fake out, Hitmonchan gets fake out, right? Maybe.
yeah,
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
And then Trick Room, he's got a couple of Trick Room setters. But then
yeah,
there's
but you have
no
no redirect.
no tailwind, no redirect. There's no tailwind here, right? Cottony doesn't get tailwind.
It doesn't get tailwind, and like even the thing with the Cotton Spore, which it does get, super inconsistent. Like
Yeah, it's not as
you're
reliable.
gonna get the Dark type, and you can't do anything. So
Yeah, that's true. Um, and his core, we're looking at the Firegrass Water and Fantasy Core. He doesn't have the Firegrass Water, and the Fairy Steel Dragon. I suppose he has got if you count Cottony.
yeah, it's just like Fire, Water, Grass is super important. Like
Yeah,
if you're going to do anything with synergy, get a Fire, Water, Grass core, and then just if your Grass type is Cottony, and you don't have a Water type, that's horrible, right? And so I think that's what he's gonna struggle with when it comes to his types.
yeah. I think that pretty much covers it for the Talon Flames right now.
hmm
Um, should we just move straight on. Nothing else to say.
Oh,
All right. So the next team on the list is the Bolton Bashers, and coached by Goomer. For some reason, we have two Gooms.
Yeah.
Go on and hit me with your thoughts on this draft.
okay. First thing off, I really wanted that Celesteela, but I missed out. I was really mad about it. I wanted that Celesteela, but I did not get it.
Yeah, there was a whole lot of snipes going on. 2014 draft.
Yeah. I mean, I think he is a very, very well-rounded team. Um, I was looking out for cores, and I just saw that he has fantasy, he has Firewater Grass, and then he even has Dark Psychic Fighting, which is a very, very good core. So, I mean, overall, props to Goomer on his just incredible synergy. I think his synergy was just out of this world. One of the best synergizing teams across the board that I saw.
Yeah, he
Yeah, I
does.
agree. I agree with you. That combo between Garchomp and Steel is extremely good combo. I've used it before in the past, and I started to use it again in this year's VGC for 2021. It's extremely good combo. Can't wait to see what he goes with that.
Yeah, again, looking at the things we talked about with the trick room, the fake out, he seems to just not have redirect, but he's got the rest.
Yeah, I think redirection would have made this team one of the best. It's already one of the best, but redirection would have kind of just like, made it a complete team. So yeah, I think he's still gonna do great. I still think he has a very good shot at playoffs. But redirection, if he's gonna make a trade, that's what I'd go for.
Yeah, I think he's got like two ways to set up the. I don't know if he wants to go for trick room. His trick room mode doesn't seem as strong. Like Harrying is like obviously amazing, but you can go with like the Liepard, Max Guard, copycat stuff, or just go straight fake out trick room setups. That's what I'd be looking out for when I was looking at this team.
Yeah, a stronger trick room mode I think would also be good. Like if you can find some slower mons, I think that would also be very very good on this team.
Yeah, so I think that pretty much covers the Bashers. Now it's the Boston Red Claws. Just loading up. They are coached by Curse Shaka. This team I found a bit odd. Yeah, it's got the core, the Firegrass Water core, but I'm really iffy on the synergy and like the plans here.
Hmm.
I mean, it's still a very good team. It's got Regieleki, which is obviously phenomenal, but and Regigigas without like Weezing or Wims. I was just a bit confused by some of it, but it's still stacked.
Yeah, I think my biggest problem with this team was the strat synergy. Right, he has very good cores, and he has a lot of stuff going on, but the strat synergy just seems a bit off.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I mean, Togekiss, I was looking does cover like the weaknesses pretty well. Like with the Duraludon, you're hitting it with like fighting around, but you've got Togekiss. Same with Regigigas, you want to hit it with fighting, but you've got Togekiss. But it's still, I mean, no one can say that it's not going to work. Anyone can make any team work, but I just feel, as far as strats go, it's not the strongest draft.
Hmm.
Anything from you, Ted?
Um, no, not really. I have no words on this one. You guys still out of my mouth.
Pretty much covered it. All right. So next, it's the Breaking Zolts. They're back from last season, just like the Talonflames, aren't they? Weren't they in last season?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they got
Shady
up
Kid, yeah.
last season as well.
Yeah, Shady Kid was in last season. I like the team. There's a lot of ones on here that I like. Pheromosa is scary, next to like
Yeah.
Hatterene and Dreadnought. Making that thing fast can be pretty scary. It's got the cores. Yeah, he's got both the cores, isn't he? Uh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
what do you think?
Well, first off, I feel like we should all be watching out for that Meowstic and Drago lead for his Trick Room mode.
Yeah,
Um,
Meowstic is great
he
in
is
draft.
he is he's a good redirection towards Tick with EVO Light.
Yeah,
At least he has redirection.
Dragalge's a beast once that Trick Room goes up. So is Hatterene.
Uh, Pheromosa's to me is the dark horse for me, at least in the competitive scene. Using high attack stat. Once you get momentum going,
Ted, do you want to adjust
and one.
your mic seems a bit cutty. I don't know if you want to like quickly unplug it, plug it back in or whatever.
Uh,
What about you, Goom? What are you thinking about this team?
Yeah, so I think it's a very, very good team. I think it's a very, very threatening team. If I was to go against them, I would prep a lot. My biggest problem is just their ground weakness. Um, they
Yeah,
only
me
have
too.
like just Drugalgi, Electivire, just a lot of ground weaknesses, and I
Salazzle,
think that's
Bronzer, yeah.
the problem with this team. So yeah, like you literally just get a ground type. You maybe you have Togetic and you get Bronzong, so you definitely watch out for that. But a good ground type definitely kind of does a lot with this team.
Yeah, I think I found that last season. I had a massive ground weakness in my team, and it did kind of hurt me. But you need to try and make some smart trades as the season goes on if you're finding that.
Yeah,
But
for sure. So, but overall, amazing draft.
yeah, going on to the Dunsparce. Now, when I was doing my like notes, I was going through the teams alphabetically. This was the first team where I thought like, wow, this is a scary draft to look at. When I was going through it, seeing got the beat up stuff with Sneasel and Virizion. You've got Comfy Moltres, which obviously we know is amazing in season 7. I can't imagine it's not going to be amazing in draft. And then Sneasel as well, setting up the Gmax Colossal. There's a lot of stuff here. There's a lot of good stuff here.
Oh yeah, for sure. The synergy is just insane. He has a lot of good stuff. Right, he has Fake Out, he has Trick Room, and he has just a lot of quality mons. That's something I really liked about his team. Is even his tier 3s, his tier 4s,
Yeah,
still some very very good mons.
yeah, like Kadabra of that one, so when he's back in tier 4. And
Oh yeah, for
Magneton,
sure.
obviously going to be like a good Eviolite mon. And Miltank having no business with 100 speed. Why has it got 100 speed? But yeah, very, very good team. Covers pretty much all the bases, I thought, when I looked at it. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how he does. I feel like he looked at my draft last season. I played him in the quarterfinals with that Colossal, Sword of Justice, and Sneasel. Exactly what I had. Definitely took some inspiration. I'm claiming that. Okay, and now we're on to the Fusion Fishes. Who wants to take this one on?
Go ahead, Ted.
All right. Uh, you know, for this draft, it's a little bit confusing for me, especially especially the Kermie and Cobain could be a good core for his lead. Um, Stan Festival, no, it's a good mon. That's under here, but I don't know if he would bring, yeah, he has the Alolan Vulpix, uh, for his, hail core. Um,
Yeah, he's got a lot of good
Make it
stuff.
positive.
Yeah, like again, like you said, like he's got that Dracloak that can go for like the beat up stuff with Cobalion, and then the Hail as well. Both cores, but very well thought out draft, I thought.
Oh yeah, for sure. My biggest prop to them is their Fire Water Grass core. Tangela, Blastoise, Cinderace is insane as a Fire Water Grass core.
Yeah,
Honestly, really good props to them for that.
yeah, and they've also got like the Turtonator as well. If they want to go like a slow mode, they can bring the Tangela Turtonator as well. Blastoise, that works as well. If they didn't bring Cinderace, if you feel like going slow for Trick Room 1 week, Turtonator is just as good as Cinderace in that core.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I like I said about the Dunsparce, where I thought that was the first team. I was like, wow. Then I did this one next, and I was like, wow. This is the one so far for me. Like Naganadal as well. It's just like super strong in most situations. Some very strong
Yeah,
ones. It's going through the 3 tier 1s was the thing there, but picking up the 3 tier 4s,
yeah,
not even that bad though. Turtonator, I wanted Turtonator as well, and I missed out on that. I was pretty annoyed about that. But yeah,
yeah. Same. It was on one of my draft plans as well.
all right, let's go. London Luxuries. Coached by James Easy, is it? Yeah, yeah, James Easy. Um, some pretty good stuff here. What do I write down for this one? Uh, he's got the Firegrass Water Core with Slowking, Incineroar, Rillaboom, which is pretty strong, as well as Cinderace. He's got the Fake Out, he's got the Trick Room, he's got the Redirect with Clefable. I'm guessing Altaria gets Tailwind.
Yes, it does.
It's not the strongest Tailwind setter, but it is Tailwind nonetheless. You could always just go like Clefable Altaria to set up the Tailwind.
Yeah, overall, honestly, a very, very strong draft. I see a lot of potential in this team for sure.
Yeah, Silvali's obviously an interesting one because you never know what kind of type it's going to be. It's a pretty good one to have on a draft as well. Like if you feel like you need something that you don't have, just stick it on Silvally. What about you, Ted? Any thoughts on this team?
Um, it's a really well-rounded draft. The one that I could see him adding maybe later on the season is adding that Excel guard to pair it up with that pile of sand.
Oh
It's
yeah.
extremely comfortable with that. But other than that, extremely good draft. Very good.
Okay, so the next team is the Massachusetts Manitans. That's Just Taco's team, who was a semi-finalist last season. This is a strong draft as well, I thought. Looking at it, picked up my boy, the Ice Cube, my mascot.
Hmm.
But he's got the fantasy core, isn't he? Yeah, there's a Steel Fairy Dragon. Yeah, it's Vilas. He had Vilas last season, and I know he championed it. He quite enjoyed using it, so he's gone for it again. And then
Yeah, so it's a very, very tier 4 pick.
yeah, that hustle, Dynamax Vilas is still pretty strong. He's got the Fletchinder for the Tailwind. Indeed, he is one of obviously the most popular redirect users. Buzzwell's an interesting one. I'd like to see Buzzwell go off.
Yeah, Buzzwell as the tier 2 was very, very interesting for me. I wonder what he's going to do with that. I don't know if it gets coaching or anything like that.
I think it does get coaching.
Yeah, and it's mid speed as well. So honestly, I would like to see what he's going to do with it.
As far as strats go, I just think he's gone for strong mons. The Gmax Alchemy, I'm not sure how far into the draft he picked that up, but I thought that was quite an interesting pick. It's not the strongest Gmax, I think personally, but I'm sure he's going to make it work. That Decorate, he could be going Decorate stuffs. Any other thoughts?
Decorate's super scary. I think he honestly got a steal with that G-Max. Getting Alchemy, very, very good support mon. His supports are something that I see is very, very strong. Fletchinder, Carbink, stuff like that. Super good support mons.
Yeah, Fletchinder, Carbink, yeah, that's pretty good. He's got Golurk for that Trick Room Sweeper as well, if he needs to go that route. I wonder what he's going to do with Ice Cube, because he doesn't have a Hell Setter, so it's trying to make that thing work is going to be difficult.
Yeah, agreed. I'm scared to play him in my schedule, so very, very good draft.
Alright, so the next team is the Middle Village P-Dubs. And they are coached by, I've forgotten, let's have a quick look. Oh, Rum. I did offer him a trade for that stack attacker because I wanted that, but never got back to me. So, what do we think about this team? The Flapple's an interesting one, but then it does finish off that fantasy core. I don't.
That Banditis is scaring me a lot. Just leave that mon with a good intimidator, very good attacker, all well-rounded mon.
Yeah. I saw this and thought coaching Tapu Koko, Riolu coaching onto the Tapu Koko could be pretty scary.
Yeah.
As well as the go on.
Okay. I was suggesting that he could use the Coco's ability to telepathy and pair it up with Landorus if he wanted to go for an
Earthquakes, yeah.
That would be very interesting to see if he did that.
Yeah, that's true. He's also got the same thing with the Lipard, where you can do the max guard on the Trick Room to get Prankster, Copycat to set Trick Room up.
Yeah.
And get Stack Attacker moving. I'm sure he would. He's also got a little Ninetales, which is just a very strong draft mon. Being able to get those Aurora Vel up is very good.
Yeah, very good draft. My one complaint is his support mons. He has Riolu, but he doesn't have Fake Out. He doesn't have Tailwind. He doesn't have Redirection. Pretty much my only complaint.
Yeah, that support, only having one of the 4 points we were looking at. Didn't Magmortar once upon a time get Follow Me?
Yeah, Magmortar and even Riolu actually got Follow Me at one point. But they don't have it in Gen 8.
No, yeah, that's a shame because I think Magmortar, obviously with that flame body, that Follow Me could be pretty cool if you can manage to burn things like that. But that's a shame. So the next team is the Ninja Squirtles, which I think is easily the greatest logo in the league.
Yep.
Look at that. That is phenomenal. Coached by KC. That's amazing.
I mean, very, very strong draft. Very strong draft, in my opinion. Guzzlord Dusclops, I mean, he got that very, very late in the draft, like around
Yeah.
4 or 5.
Yeah, Dusclops
And
didn't go for a while.
Yeah, and it's incredible. Dusclops Guzzlord, by the way, got top 16. You can brick break, self rocket WP. Super, super good.
Yeah, that's gonna be quite scary stuff. I think Ted, you played in week 1, didn't you?
Yeah, I do. I
Oh,
started planning today just because I'm scared of that trick room.
yeah, you need to get your prep in for that. But he's also got like a fast mode, which is pretty scary. Like Articuno can set up that Tailwind with Kartana and start sweeping, as well as like Charizard's also pretty good going.
Yeah, and Morgrim support, very, very good.
Yeah. Not much else to say. Gmax Machamp, I can't see what that synergizes with the rest of his team. I think the real heavy hitters of his team are going to be Guzzlord and Kartana. But I'm sure
Yeah.
we'll find out as the season goes on.
Don't sleep on Machamp, though.
I know, yeah, you champion Machamp quite a lot, didn't you?
Yes, I do.
I wonder if you could get those crits up with the Gmax Chi Strike on that Kartana, that's going to be scary. Like with Leaf Blade, if you can get the Chi Strike up on Leaf Blade Kartana, it's going to start critting a lot of things.
Now that you say that, that's actually pretty scary. Crit Kartana.
Give it a Scope Lens or a Razor Claw. Get the Chi Strike up, it's pretty much critting every turn. Hello?
That is the family. Don't worry about them.
No worries. Okay, so now we've got the Northampton Celesteelers from the commissioner of the VDL, Womble.
So, I mean, Womble's a very, very good player. I played him a bunch. He obviously thanks to him for doing this draft. But, I mean, his draft, I cannot understand it.
Oh,
I gave him a very low score on our system. I'm sorry, Womble, but I honestly really don't understand what he thought when he was doing this draft.
I think he went for the Glass Jar very early. Was it his first pick?
Yeah, it was his first pick.
I think he just wanted it off the board. Didn't want anyone else to have it, so he just took it. But obviously he's still got like Uxie incredibly tanky Trick Room setter. Those 130 defenses. Vikavolt. Vikavolt is pretty strong in the Trick Room as well. He almost double sniped me one turn because I was the 24th pick in the draft, so obviously I get 2 picks at a time. He managed to get like on the way up and then on the way back to me. He took Vikavolt, which I really wanted because I thought you'll see it when I get to my draft, but I thought Vikavolt covers my Regirock's weaknesses very well, so I wanted it, and that went. And then he took Inteleon on the way back down, which I wanted for the very same thing. He said it in the group chat at the time. He's going to be like soaking things if Vikavolt can just hit them hard, which I wanted to do as well. But luckily, he went for the Gmax Inteleon, so I could pick up regular Inteleon. But it seems it's the synergy, like you say. Like we know Glassjar is an absolute beast. We know Landorus Incarnate hits like a tank with that Life Orb, Sheer Force.
Yeah, for me, it's like no Fantasy Core, no Fire Water Grass Core. That's gonna be, you're gonna have some types that are just gonna mop the floor with you, right? And so I do think he did a very good job of covering his types, despite not having the Fire Water Grass Core and Fantasy Core. But honestly, I have to hit him hard for that, for not having that Fantasy Core or Fire Water Grass, 2 very, very important parts of drafting.
Yeah, I think he's going to have to play like hyper offense because he's not going to be able to play the placement game, the positional game very well. Well, I suppose he could, but he'd have to play well to do it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so who's the next team? Oh, it's my team. I'll let you two talk about
Ooh.
my team.
So I think it's a good team. Not gonna lie, there's definitely. I mean, last season you had a very good run. And I don't think it's as strong as your team last season, but I honestly really like it. Blaziken, Inteleon, and Sceptile, very good core. Um, you got Fake Out, you got Trick Room, you got Redirection. Honestly, I think it's a very very good team. Um,
Thank you.
yeah,
I think I'm actually quite happy with it considering I was like last pick. I know it doesn't really count for much, but I got sniped a whole bunch. I won't lie.
yeah,
I knew thing is I went like turn one. I went for the I went Urshifu, and then I went Clefairy just to take one of its main checks away. And I know there was Togekiss as well, but I also knew that I wanted Regirock. I wanted to run Trick Room Regirock this season just because I've seen it done a bit in VGC. It seems pretty strong. Thought I'd go for it in draft. Apart from that, I don't really have too much to say. I don't want to give away too much, but
yeah.
I'm content with my draft. I think I'm gonna have to play pretty well. Definitely got a tough season, but we'll see how it goes. Any thoughts, Ted?
Uh, no, I have to say that your team is. I would still say it's threatening. But I'm just saying it's slightly less threatening than last season. I was much more scared of your team from
Yeah,
last season than I am from. So
I think because last season
I don't know.
it was like hyper offense with the setup stuff, whereas this time it's more trick room reliant on the trick room setup or other things. Also, I noticed afterwards I've got like three grass types, so there is a weakness there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm happy. I came first in the regular season last time, so let's see if I can match that. So
Yeah,
then,
you have two very hard opponents, though.
yeah, but we'll see how it goes. All right, so the next team is the playing Pukus, and they're actually my week one opponent. What do you think about this draft?
This is an interesting draft because the first two mons that he picked were Charge Bug and Nuku, I believe it was.
Yeah,
And
it was those two.
as you know from it was ballistic. Everybody was going crazy, like why you pick this? Why you do this?
And he defended it
And
very
he said
aggressively.
yeah. He said you guys will see what I have in store with these two mons. So those two mons, I'm interested in seeing what he's gonna do.
It's very special attacking heavy.
Yeah, I agree with that. Not really any physical threats unless I mean there's Garbodor and then potentially Grimmsnarl.
Yeah, I mean you wouldn't really run physical warring now. So yeah, Grimmy's not really going to be like a sweeper either, is it? It's going to be support
Yeah, I think he really needs the Grimmsnarl support on this team.
because the support is actually pretty strong. I think
Oh yeah, for sure.
like Grimmsnarl and Amoonguss are obviously like top tier support mons in VGC, and then Corsola to an extent, just being able to like outlive forever some things if you didn't have the right matchup. And then that Charger Bug battery with his super special heavy team being able to boost their special attack with that battery. I'm not really sure what you got planned for Pyukumuku.
Yeah. My one problem with this team, I think it's honestly just his speed tiers. One thing I'm noticing, he has a lot of slow Pokemon,
Yeah,
and when Grimmsnarl, Sylveon, and Garbodor are your fastest mons, you definitely have a speed problem.
yeah, he's definitely reliant on Trick Room here, which he's got a couple of setters, Slowbro or Behemoth, I guess. Behemoth.
Yeah. But I mean, Amoonguss, great redirector. You got Fake Out. He has some decent stuff here.
Yeah, for sure. It's more the support there that is super strong. So, who's next? Where am I? Rebellion, which is Lucian Flash's team. He was very happy with his draft. He got his boys Gudra and Dragonite. He's got like the steel core, a lot of bugs as well. Very odd. Wait, where's the dragon steel? Oh yeah, Klefki Fairy. Yeah, you've got that fantasy core. What do you guys think? Urshifu seems a bit of a random one on here. The water Urshifu.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Unless it's
Um,
like Aquajet policy stuff for Center Scorch. But even
yeah,
then,
the Porygon tune seems a little bit out of place. Um, I mean, it's good for Ally Switch and setting up Trick Room, which is which kind of fits perfectly on the stand. Um,
yeah, you're not really going to run like Glycopod's the best Trick Room candidate, but then with its ability, you're not going to be maxing it very often.
and the
Yeah.
same thing that with that Klefki setting up screens and thunder waving almost every opposing mons. Uh,
Like,
I will
really good
say
spot.
go on.
I will say Klefki Dragonite is very scary. Getting up screens with multi-scale, and then just max airstreaming. That's what I'm scared about of his team. Um, very threatening combo.
He could also do stuff with like just stalling you out with like if he's got like P2 and Klefki and he gets the Center
Mhm.
Scorch max move out with the Fire Spin effect, that could hurt if he can manage to stall you out with that side effect. I think that's like the only real use for Center Scorch, I think. Kling Clan, has he got a plus and minus on this team, or has he only got? No, he hasn't. Yeah, there's a few synergy issues. I think doesn't really even
Agreed.
have a weakness policy trigger for Dragonite, does he?
Klefki probably has something.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be like priority. He hasn't got like an Ice Shard or a Sylveon Quick Attack or anything like that.
Yeah, he doesn't.
But yeah, it's still a pretty good team. And I know he's a good player. I've played against him. He's decent enough to hold his own. Ooh,
Oh, yeah, sure.
said your team is up next.
Yep, you guys go ahead. Throw the fire at me. Go ahead.
I personally rated your team pretty high, to be honest. I think
Yeah, same.
you've got. Let me just check my notes. Um, I've lost my notes. You've got three of the four of the things we talk about with the fake out Tailwind. So obviously you've got Trick Room on Cresselia, Tailwind Noivern, fake out. Is that what you're missing? Fake out is what you're missing, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you got the redirect with Rage Powder Tangrowth. Um, but you can also do stuff with the rest of your team. Like Colossal is obviously scary. Doesn't need to be Gmax to be able to be that monster that we all know it is.
Yeah. I've been in a lot of drafts with you, Ted, and this is one of the best teams I've ever seen you draft. It's honestly an amazing team, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with you guys.
You want to talk about any of your thought process, or you want to keep that to yourself for now?
For now,
All right,
keep that to myself.
fair enough. But yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Licky Licky's an interesting one. Obviously, like some teams like center around the weather, and like Cloud9's pretty amazing just to just like ruin plans. Other than that, let's just say it's a strong draft because Ted doesn't want to give up too much. I move
Yeah.
swiftly on. Oh, on to Goomy's team.
Ooh, my team? Okay. Go ahead.
Here's the logo. What do you think, Ted? I'll let you start.
Um, Overall, this is a really good draft. That Lapras Gmax really good. It's one since Gmax is up the dual screens.
Yeah,
You know, with that Tornadus Incarnate set up Tailwind.
but it
You
could
know,
also
you
be
can
like sweeper as well if you want to run Defiant.
yeah,
Like that's what's good about Tornadus in draft. Doesn't have to
yeah,
be set up.
like that pair between Blastoise and Tornadus. I could you could take advantage of that brutal swing with a weakness policy. I could see it happen.
Yeah, true.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, it's he's got a lot of strong hitters as well. Like the Nihiligu's being used a lot right now in VGC. That power head meteor beam stuff is crazy. It's pretty fast on its own, but you've got Tornadus there for Tailwind if you need it to be faster. Same as Mind Blown Blacephalon, that's like crazy strong as well. But also being able to get the Tailwind up and set up the Gmax Resonance with Lapras is very hard to deal with in draft. I find not every team's gonna have answers for that. You've got the
Yeah.
go on.
Yeah. Overall, I'm very happy with this draft. I have a fast mode. I have a trickery mode. Drampa, Lapras stuff.
Yeah.
I honestly, this is one of my more favorite drafts. Togedemaru. I was really happy to get that. Um,
Yeah, that protects like Tornadus and Lapras pretty well.
and then Lileep, my dude. I mean Lileep. I'm excited to use Storm Drain Lileep.
Oh yeah, that thing destroyed me in the expedition match. But
Yeah.
it's extremely strong.
Yeah, that's the thing about your draft. You've got the Trick Room mode and the Tailwind mode, so like Lapras could feasibly work in both of these. That's why
Yeah.
it's pretty strong. You've got the Foongus for the redirect. Mime Junior. What was the thought behind that?
So it was honestly just for a fairy type. It has some interesting support moves. It's got Helping Hand. It's got Thunder Wave. Has a very good ability in Filter. It's got Fake Out, stuff like that. I kind of just got it because I wanted a fairy type just in case, I went against a very scary dragon type and I just wanted a fairy type.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Okay, so yeah, we agree your draft is pretty strong. Next is the St. Lucie Luxuries, our second luxury team. Coach White Rabbit. He's looking to improve on last season. He was there last season, but didn't fare too well. So I think his draft was a lot stronger this time around, but still not the strongest. He's picked up Spectre, which is like obviously one of the fastest things in the format, and I can see like him going for like weakness policy Entei with like Bulldo Spectre. I think that's a strat he has got. He's also got like the Corviknight G-Max and the Thunderous being able to switch in on those electric type moves. Pretty good. Weezin was an odd one on this team. I don't know why you'd want the gas, but it's still a good mon. Any other thoughts?
Yeah, there's just a lot of typing overlap in my opinion. I mean, you have two fairies, you have
Two
three
steals.
water types. Yeah, two steel. That's my biggest complaint with this draft. Just a lot of typing overlap.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Anything from you, Ted?
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, the type of overlap is the main concern with this team that I see. Um, Wait, does War Turtle get faked out, right?
Who?
War Turtle.
Wartortle, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, having that War Turtle with fake out, you know, helps the team decently a lot. But again, the type overlapping is,
You
I
got to
see,
be
is the most problem with this team.
careful with that Credilli next to three water types on the team, you know? He doesn't
Yeah.
want to be able to stop himself from being able to throw water type attacks. But I'm sure he won't mess up like that. Let's move on to another strong team, in my opinion. It's the Somerville Scraggies. And coach, your soccer mom. This is a hell of a good team.
Oh yeah. I mean, I have some really tough opponents in my division, and your soccer mom is one of those opponents. Um, some of the people who drafted with us know that I really wanted Whimsicott. At one point, I wanted Dracovish. I actually wanted Rotom Heat. Um, very, very strong draft with Gigalith, Stoutland, Dracovish. Honestly, one of the just a killer team.
Yeah, he's got so much going on for it. He's picked up the G-Max Butterfree as well. He's got that. He's got redirects there with Rage Powder. He's got Fake Out on Persian. He's got Tailwind, Trick Room, I guess Executor, Haunter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's got it all really. He's got that sand pairing with Gigalith, Stoutland. We know that's pretty strong on Umbreon's team last season. Came second, and Gigalith was the MVP of last season. And then the Firewater Grass Core, you've got Dracovish, Rotom, and Rotom's just so hard to hit in like any scenario. Never mind when you've got decent switch-ins for it.
Yeah, for sure.
Just so much stuff as well. Like Persian's a real amazing support mon. So is
And yeah,
Whimsicott.
yeah, he's got our four pillars of VGC. Overall, just incredible draft.
Yeah, this is definitely one of the top teams, I think, personally. How many have we got left here? Okay, so now we're on to the Suffolk Suicoons from Toots. What are your guys' thoughts on this team? Anyone here?
Yeah, just waiting for the page to load. A really good sand core right here with Tyranitar, Exeggutor, and Draco's ult. No, Sandrush Draco's ult plus Choice Band
I
hits really
actually
hard.
completely
It's really
forgot about
good.
Sandrush. I forgot
Yeah.
Drake's got Sandrush now.
Draco's ult hits really hard. With the Choice Band, ult peak,
Yeah,
just overall.
yeah, it's gonna be really hard to prepare for because you don't want to know you don't know if he's gonna bring his like sand core or if he's gonna bring the like he's got like Raybombi which can work with like speed swap stuff as well. Raichu that protects the Charizard and the Wailord. I want to see Wailord do some work.
Yeah,
Chinchino,
honestly, his Saiyan synergy is very, very good. I like that a lot about his team.
yeah, seems a bit conflicting some of the stuff. Like I don't think he'll want to be bringing like the T-Star and Sand stuff the same week as he wants Charizard. But I suppose it could still work. What has he got all the pillars? He's got Fake Out on Chinchino. I assume Noctowl gets Tailwind. Oh, so does Charizard. Trick Room. Does he have Trick Room?
I don't think he does.
I don't think Noctowl or Rabombi get it. Maybe Noctowl does, but I'm not sure. What's Wailord's speed? Would it be Beastie and Trick Room? It's B60. It's not even that slow. Yeah, apart from that, pretty good stuff. Pretty strong, we'll all agree.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay, so now it's the Texas Toad Frogs. By who's this by? I forgot who.
Kudella, I think.
Yeah, Kudella. Yeah. Where's my notes for this team?
I honestly really like this team. Another person in my division with a very, very strong team. He's got a nice fantasy core. He's got a nice fire water grass core. I think overall with Slurpuff, Slurpuff, Philoboom, stuff like that.
Yeah, Unburden, Grassy Seed stuff.
Yeah, very, very strong team in my opinion.
Yeah, I see a couple of shots of this as well. You've got like the Anger Point Crocodile with Frostlass going for like the Frost Breath.
Even Moxie Crocodile is something to be scared of in draft.
All three of Crocodile's abilities are amazing. It's just what he's going to bring each week. It's going to be hard to guess.
Mm-hmm.
And Latios, I'm a big fan of Latios. I think that can do a lot of work.
Yeah, overall, very solid draft.
Very solid indeed. I wanted Berserker at one point. I can't remember why. I think when I was after Stakataka, I wanted like Steely Spirit, Berserker, and Stakataka, but that never happened. So forget about it. Now it's the United States of Wolfie, which I think we do need to highlight the logo here because it is hella creepy. Look at it. It's just Wolf's face all over America.
Yes.
From Snom, who's a big member of the Discord. He was first pick, and he just went for Gmax Venusaur right off the bat, which would have hurt a lot of draft plans, I imagine. But yeah, this is a good team as well. The Fire Water Grass core is there. The Fairy, Dragon, new Steel.
I don't think he has Steel type.
He hasn't got Steel type now.
And that's one of my things about his draft. I think he has a lot of good strat synergy, but some of his more like covering types and the fantasy core. I think some of that is kind of missing when it comes to his synergy. But I mean, he has one of the best strat synergies along with the Dunsparces. Just really, really good.
Yeah, I mean he's got the obviously the Tapu Lady with Psychic Terrain, and then two Unburden Mons with Thievul and Driftblim, which can be very scary, as well as obviously just like Venusaur Torkoal is always very scary. Heliolisk as well. Let's not underestimate the solar power Heliolisk.
Oh yeah.
That thing can do damage. And he's got the Firegrass Water, yeah. Obviously he's got Torkoal and Damanasan. Damanasan can just be a beast in the sun as well. You could just like stick a scarf on that and wreck things next to Torkoal. But yeah, very very strong team. I've placed this quite highly in my rankings personally.
Yeah, same.
Has he got all four of the pillars? Yeah. He's got Trick Room, he's got Fake Out, he's got Tailwind, Drift Blim, Redirect. Wait, no, he's got no
He
redirect, does
does
he?
have redirection, yeah.
No, he's got no redirect, but 3 out of 4 is still very good. That's what I think. There's not a whole lot of teams that has all four of those things, I don't think.
Yeah.
And then we've got the United Umbreons from Mega Umbreon, who was the second place finisher last season, and he's a very good player. I don't think it matters what he drafts; he's going to do well. But looking at his team, it's very good as well. Gmax Grimsnarl's interesting, but Grimsnarl's obviously just a phenomenal support. He doesn't need to max it. Tapu Fini, go on, go ahead.
Sorry. The one thing that I'm interested in is the Archeops with Defeatist. How's he gonna go over that? I think Archeops is a very good Pokemon, and so that's something I'm interested in. But yeah, I mean, super solid draft.
Yeah, true. Like, he hasn't really got a whole lot to get around that Defeatist, does he?
Not really, not from what I see.
He's got any skill swap? Audino, maybe?
Yeah, I think Adino gets like role player skill swap, one of those.
Oh, entrainment maybe as well. I can't think off the top of my head, but yeah, he's got Fake Out with Grimmsnarl and him on top. Like Intimidate as well is a very good ability in draft. Tailwind, you could go Zapdos, or does Archeops get Tailwind? Because that's a very fast Tailwind setter.
Yeah, Archeops gets Tailwind.
Yeah. Redirection. Does Audino get Follow Me?
It doesn't.
It doesn't. So he hasn't got the redirection. From what I'm seeing. Does got the Trick Room. Mesprit is obviously a very good Trick Room setter, or Trick Room stopper, if that's what he wants to get on.
Yeah.
Zapdos, I do rate Zapdos quite highly. I've done a lot of videos on Zapdos. I think it's very good, but it does depend on the rest of the team. His grass type is the Exeggutor. Like, I don't think it fits in the core, because like obviously Zapdos you're probably going for like a speed mode, but Exeggutor is the opposite of that.
Yeah.
But even so, as well, Frisk. I think Frisk is a very underrated ability in draft.
Oh yeah.
That's going to be important. Just knowing your opponent's items will give you a clue to their set and then make the whole thing a lot easier. But overall, I think a pretty good draft. And we'll go over the top 10s at the end. How many more have we got left? We've got 2 more teams left, and now it's the Waterloo Warriors. Coached by my guy. You guys know this guy already?
Yeah. He's in a couple servers we're in.
All right. So
He's a very, very good player. And I like his draft a lot. One of the more higher drafts that I rated. I think he has a very solid team. My one complaint is him trading Volcarona for Jellicent. I know he loves Jellicent, but Volcarona has Rage Powder. And had he kept Volcarona, his team probably does a little better.
Yeah, I guess. I'm not really sure. I know the person he traded with really wanted Volcarona, so maybe it was more about helping out them than himself.
Yeah. But also the 3 electric type weaknesses isn't great either.
And no ground type. He's got no ground type either, which doesn't help when you've got a massive electric type weakness.
Mm-hmm.
But he's also got like hella strong mons with like Arcanine, Dragapult, Primarina. They've been in like the top 10 of VGC like most of the year.
Yeah.
So they're a very good core. He's got the Purloin, the Praxis Purloin. I can see like Rain Dance stuff from Mantine here as well. Which Mantine is like actually pretty good if you get a Life Orb so swim on it. Solosis, I'm a bit interested in. Was Duosion not in the same tier?
That's a good question.
Probably not, because surely would have picked that. But what does Solosis do that like Porygon doesn't? I feel like they're doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Got the Firegrass Water Core there with the Primarina, Arcanine, and Serena. Steel, Fairy, Dragon as well. Yeah, the core is very strong. G-Max Toxtricity is actually also a pain. He hasn't got Tailwind.
What What are your thoughts, Ted? I haven't heard you for a little.
Um, well, obviously he's got the Jellicent and Cavalier as a his Trick Room core. I really like it. I was actually planning on using this last season, but I did not get to use. I did not get Cavalier. I just got Jellicent. So, I'm excited to see that. And that Porloin plus Mantine with Rain Dance and Swift Swim, really good. Um, Porygon, again, Trick Room on. You can use LS Switch with it. Slap on UV Light. Really all around decent mon.
I think it's the top half of the draft that's super strong. I'm looking at like the first 5 mons here, and it's just like Toxtricity, Arcanine, Dragapult, Primarina, Excavalier. It's like super strong.
Mm-hmm.
I see like a lot of rain stuff as well. Like Excavalier is obviously amazing in rain. Next to you can get Purloin to do that as well. Very good draft. And now the last team, yeah, the Welsh Wailords by Matrix. What's our thoughts here?
I mean, very good team. Like I like Terrakion, Metagross, stuff like that. Snorlax, very very scary. Pretty sure Scrafty gets speed up. Um, I think he has a pretty decent team.
Vanillux also gets beat up as well.
No, really? That's gonna be funny.
Yeah, I think I've seen like a bit of it in VGC Scarf Vanillux next to a sword.
Yeah, Vanillux, Arctovish, stuff like that. Um, some pretty solid synergy. I do like his team a lot.
Togepi for his redirect.
Yeah,
Pheasant for the Tailwind. Scraggy gets Fake Out. As well, Thunderous Incarnate, something we just brushed over. Very good one. Again,
oh yeah.
like you got with the Tornadus, it can go for like the Defiant Physical or like the Prankster set support mon. We know Bulky Thunderous has won a lot of stuff in VGC. Metagross as well. Does he have any self proc? I suppose he can just go with the Scarf Beat Up or Dust Noir Shadow Sneak.
Yeah, does a Thunderous get like Brutal Swing like Tornadus does?
Probably. I would think so. Yeah, Firegrass, no grass. No grass on the team.
That is very big though. Grass is Firewater Grass is very good, and not having that kind of hurts him.
Yeah, I'm just looking as well. He's got the steel. His fairy is Togepi and no dragon. So you've got no complete
Mm.
cores, but still, what's the trick room mode here with Snorlax? I guess Dusknoir is the trick room setter.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's got some scary modes for sure. Terrakion, Metagross can just like sweep teams if they're not prepared for. So that's it for just covering every team as a whole. What we wanted to do was kind of lay out a top 10, right? We all picked the top 10. We looked at them and consolidated them into like basically what we thought was the top 10 between us, right?
yeah, yeah.
I didn't write down that list. You've got to, haven't you, Goom?
Uh, should I do the overall or should I do my personal first?
Should we just do the overall?
I think we should just do the overall. Yeah. Um, so
If you
from
want
what
to,
I see from our DMs, our number 10 is the Texas Toad Frogs. Oh, also, one disclaimer is we're not doing our own teams.
yeah,
I
we didn't
think
include our
all three
teams.
of us could be in top 10, give or take, right? But yeah, so we're not doing our own teams. Number 10, we have the Texas Toad Frogs.
So yeah,
Very good draft.
Toad Frogs were number 10.
Number 9, we have the Massachusetts Manitans.
Yep.
Number 8, we have the United States of Wolfies. Wolfie. We have number 7, we have the Waterloo Warriors. Number 6, we have the Ninja Squirtles. Number 5, we have the United Umbreons. Number 4 is the Bolton Bashers. Number 3 is the Des Moines Dunsparce. Number 2 is the Somerville Scraggies. And number 1, well deserved, is the Fusion Fishes.
Yeah, we pretty much agreed that all of us thought Fishes was top. There was an argument for the Scraggies from Ted, but I think 2-1 was the vote on the Fishes being the top team
Yeah.
just on the draft. So that's just our draft analysis and our thoughts on the top 10. I know a couple of the other guys are doing Snom and my guy are doing one, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, I'm
should
gonna
we
help them
get
out
to
on that one.
Should we get to pick'ems? Are we gonna do that?
Yeah, we're gonna do that. It'd be interesting to see just how the other guys also rank the teams, if it's similar to us or if they have the same like top sort of 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Right, let's look at the schedule. So what we're gonna do as well with pick'ems each week, we're gonna do this every week, right? And we're gonna say who we think's gonna win, and at the beginning of the next episode, say, hey, look, I got the most right, and we'll just tally it throughout the season.
Yes.
All right, so
And
go on.
oh, sorry, never mind.
So-
I forgot what I was gonna say.
All right, no worries. So looking at the fixture list right here in front of us, week 1, what do we think of the Waterloo Warriors versus the Middle Village P-Dubs?
I think this match is going to be really close. I think it's gonna go 2-1 for and the 2 for my guy and the Warriors.
I also think Warriors. Just I think
Yeah.
the draft is a lot stronger.
Yeah, I agree. I played my guy, really good player. I'm gonna say a 2-0 for the Warriors, but I still think the Pit-Elves will put up a good fight.
Are we gonna give scores, or do you just want to say the winner?
We'll just do the winner, I guess.
All right. So, like, all 3 of us have gone Warriors, which is a little disheartening, but that's the game. Okay, so Ted, you're the second fixture. It's your Volcanians versus the Ninja Squirrels.
This match, I think same thing as the first match. I think is going to be really close. I think it all comes down to is a trick room, and if I manage to find a way to stop it. Other than that, I think it's going to be really close.
Obviously, you're just going to back yourself. You have to. If you're not
Yeah.
going to sit there and say, no, I don't think I'm going to win this. You have to back yourself. Obviously, we did place the Ninja Squirrels higher than you in our top 10, but I don't necessarily think that accounts to anything right here. It's the matchup. I think,
Yeah.
like you said, it's about how you deal with certain mons on that team. I don't want to say too much in case it gives anyone ideas, but yeah. I think I'll back you, Ted.
So I'm sorry, Ted. I already told you this, but I'm
Yeah,
actually going
yeah.
to back the Squirtles. I just think the matchup is pretty good for the Squirtles. As biased, I want you to win, Ted. But when it comes to the competitive pick'ems, I think I'm gonna go the Squirtle ways.
All right.
I respect that.
That'd be interesting to see that result. So then the next fixture is me, the Old English Rescue versus the Playing Pukus. I'm obviously just going to back myself. I'm not saying yes, I'm winning this. It's going to be tricky, but I have to back myself.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with you as well on this one.
Yeah.
This draft for me was a little bit confusing for me. You know, it's it's a good draft, but it's just just missing some certain stuff. So I'm gonna back you up on this one.
Yeah, I agree with Ted. I think the Ice Cubes have this one in the bag.
Thank you. Okay, so the next one is the London Luxuries versus the Welsh Waylords. Personally, I was one of the guys who I put Waylords in my top 10, but then when we consolidated, he kind of just missed out. I think his draft is very strong, considerably stronger than the London Luxuries here, so I'm backing the Waylords.
Yeah, I also agree with you. I'm also backing the Whalers. Really strong draft. I really like their team, so yeah, I'm backing up the Whalers.
Yeah, I agree. I'm also backing up the Waylords for sure.
Cool. Oh, this is a big match. This is last season's semi-final in the Massachusetts Manitans versus United Umbrians. They're both semi-finalists, not that they were in the same semi-final, but that's a big game, week 1. What do we think?
I predict the major upset. I think Mega's gonna get his revenge and get the win in week one. So I'm backing up the Umbrians on this one.
I'm just taking a quick look at my notes to see who I rated higher. And I don't know. It's the matchup here. I think.
Yeah,
Um,
that's the thing for me. I do think the Umbreons, you know, they had a very good run last season, so I'm saying the Umbreons are going to take this.
so Ted, you've gone with Taco and the Manitans, and Goomy, you've gone Mega Umbreon and the Umbrons. Um, I'm inclined to go for Taco personally here. I think the matchup is more in his favor, but we'll see. So Taco got a vote from Ted and me, and then Umbreons from Goom. Okay. Break Insults versus the Dunsparce. Anyone's thoughts?
I do think the Zolts can take this game. However, I'm going to give it to the Dunsparces just because of how great of a draft they have.
Yeah, I think we have to go Dunsparce here, considering how highly we rated them on the top 10.
Hmm
Yeah, I agree. I'm backing the Dunsparce on this one.
Fusion Vicious versus Rebellion. I think it's going to be very hard to ever not back Vicious in a fixture here.
Yeah, I agree. Lucian is a great player. I played him. I played 3 games with him yesterday. I can vouch that he's a very good player. But the fishes are very very strong as they're obviously number one in our power rankings.
Yeah, I think we just have to go on the rankings. What are you in agreement, Ted? Or?
Yep, I agree with you guys. I'm backing up the fishes.
I think this is a good matchup actually. Is the Wombo and the Celesteelas versus Toots and the Suicunes. I think they've got a similarly like ranked team.
Hmm
I think they both kind of narrowly missed out on like top tens. So I'm not sure who to go for here. I think I like that Sandcore on Suicunes just a little bit more here. What do you guys think?
Uh, yeah. Uh, I'm backing up the Suicunes. I'm sorry, Womble, but you know your draft is really, really good. But I feel like the Suicunes have the advantage right here in this match.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. I have the Sweetens winning this.
Okay, so then it's the United States of Wolfie and Boston Red Claws. I think Wolfie and Snom.
Yeah, Wolfie and Snom. I think they have the edge in their division for sure.
You agree, Ted? I guess.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Um, and then again, I think it's a similar situation with the St. Lucie Luxuries versus the Somerville Scraggies. Obviously, it's our second tiered player here. I think we have to back that.
Yeah, I'll definitely back the Scraggies on this one.
Same here.
And then it comes to Goomy and the Pretzels versus the Atlanta Talonflames. How you feeling, Goomy?
So so in my prep, I'm very very confident. I'm not going to spoil anything. Um, I have faced Jay Carlina before. He's a great player. I played him. I've only played him once, and he beat me. So I think he has a lot of good stuff. But I'm very confident that I'm going to take this one.
What do you think, Ted?
Uh, well, reviewing this match, this match specifically is really good, but I'm going to have to side with Gumi. The way Gumi preps for the 7 matches. I'm feeling really confident in Gumi, so I'll take his side on this one.
Yeah, I think I have to say the same. Like I said, I think the Talonflames were missing certain components on their draft that would have made them a top tier team. But without them, I think I will be back in Goomer right here.
Nice.
So the last match of the week is the Bolton Bashers versus Toad Frogs, which I think is also a very good matchup.
Oh yeah.
One I would like to watch.
I could see the Toad Frogs taking this, to be completely honest. But we have the Bashers pretty high on the rankings. I've played Goomer before. He's an amazing player. I'm gonna go with the Bashers on this one.
What do you think, Ted?
And this match is really hard to decide. I've seen Kudella's videos on YouTube for the UGA. He's a really good battler from what I've seen in his YouTube videos. But for this match, I'm taking a Goomer on this one.
See, I did the same. I've seen a few of Cadella's matches on YouTube. And I thought he's a good player. I think I'm gonna back him in this match. I think Bolton's obviously we ranked quite highly, but I've not seen him play. That's the only thing. But
Wow.
I have seen this other guy play, so I'm just gonna go against the green and go for the Toad Frogs. So
Interesting pick'ems. I'm gonna say that.
mostly in agreement so far.
Yeah.
It's when like some of these like top tier teams clash that I think we're gonna be less in agreement. Like we did with the Manitans and the Umbrons, we didn't fully agree on that, and with like Ninja Squirrels and Volcanians, that's when I think it's going to be difficult. So yeah, we'll see who had the most right next week. Well, it'll be 2 weeks because we're not starting until next week, are we?
Yeah.
Next Sunday.
So that pretty much wraps this draft analysis up, I think. Right?
Yeah, I think so.
That pretty much wraps it up.
So yeah, we're going to be doing this weekly. We're going to go over these results next time, see who had the most right, and then do a weekly ranking, right?
Yes, sir. And we'll also have some segments probably coming up depending on how that looks. We might get some player interviews depending on how long we want the power rankings to be. But yeah, we're really excited for this. So yeah.
I'm sure like most people in the league will be watching. But I think are we gonna do like a top 5 each week?
So I think what we were talking about is doing an overall power rankings by the time we get to week 3. But some of the matches I think we want to go in depth with some of the top 5.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm imagining.
Yeah. Right, I got you. Like we might want to like analyze like Ted and the Squirrels and Taco and Umbreon.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But yeah, that's going to be it for today, I think, guys. Yeah, if you're not already subscribed, please do, so you can catch all of these draft videos, and I'll be obviously posting my own matches. And that's it, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so.
So talk to you guys next week, I suppose.
Or
Good luck in your week 1 fixtures
Yeah, good luck.
to everyone in the draft, really.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be a good season. Yeah, let's call it a day there. Catch you later.